Hello and welcome back to Game Chat. We're back. Thank you for sticking with us for
You're back.
our temporary hiatus. Unfortunately, all of our schedules have been busy, but we are back. We're keeping the podcast rolling. Unfortunately, the other guy, Elite, couldn't be here, but the show must go on. He said it was okay if we could do it, and we gotta do it because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm gonna kick things off first. Well, today Anthony's here, of course.
What up?
Yeah,
We here. Game chats.
Game Chat
always.
Game Chat forever.
It's almost time for real quick. It's almost time for the Halloween game chat special where we do every episode something horror related. Always my favorite time. Don't forget about that. Halloween Fest. You gotta get a name for that. What do we call it? Chat Fest. We'll figure it out.
Fall is coming,
but
we are excited.
Fall's coming. I think last time we did ghost stories. Go check it out. Definitely. We're working hard on the video, so it was awesome. Horror list. So we're gonna one up it. Speaking of that, that's my topic, but we're just gonna go ahead and kick it off. We'll start off with that.
Okay, so while we've been away, we've had a birthday. It was my birthday, while we were away. I want to share a story about it because I got some stuff here with me. But what I got for this year, and I'll show it, is that I got shoes. You're like, oh, well, what's special about shoes? But I specifically got Jordans and Yeezys. And let me just quickly say that I do not express the same opinions as KanYe West did when he was on that mental breakdown on the Alex Chen show. Yeah, none of us do.
None of us do.
But I just want to say, I've been a KanYe West fan for like a long time, like since 808 and Heartbreaks came out. And
he knew he was bumping it.
And I remember I've told the story before, but like my mom, she had an iPod, and then like she had 808 and Heartbreaks, and then she got some stuff from Graduation. I think like one song from College Dropout. Well, like when I was like little, like 8 years old, 9 years old, like I would just bump KanYe West, and I had been a fan ever since then. And then I'm gonna tell a story, another one too. Going back to 2016, 2017, freshman year of high school, math class, shout out to my buddy Isaac. We were sitting in math class, and then these like older kids came in. They were like upperclassmen. They were like sophomores or juniors. And he asked the teacher, he's like, hey, can we like sit in your class and hang out a little bit, till the period's over? And the teacher's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And then so this guy comes in, and he's wearing these shoes. And then my buddy Isaac goes, oh, those are Yeezys. And I'm like, what the hell are Yeezys? He's like, oh, they're KanYe West shoe. And I remember seeing them, and I was like, very, like, I couldn't like take my eyes off, because I was like, I thought they were so cool. And the funny thing too about that is, not only did my friend Isaac say like, oh, those are Yeezys, he's like, I think those are fake Yeezys. Because at the time, like, they'd like become so popular, like everybody was trying to get their hands on them. So like a bunch of like fakes, went out into the market.
Oh yeah.
And then so like,
I remember
my friend Isaac straight up called out the guy, and he's like, hey dude, I don't know who you are, but I think those, like, to be honest with you, dog, I think those are fake. And he goes like, no, they're not. He's like, oh, where'd you get them? He's like, oh, I got them at Foot Locker. He's like, oh, do you have the receipt? And those two like kind of went at it a little bit, and like the teacher kind of like had to jump in because they were getting a little loud, and they're like, hey, like, if you want to be in my class, you gotta be quiet. He's like, if you don't want to be quiet, then you and your friends can go somewhere else. So I was like, dang, dude.
My God, dude. I remember the whole, and I know for a fact they sold fake ones downtown where we live. They had them in the streets too. Whenever I would walk by, and I would see those street ones. So fakes were everywhere. And everybody in middle school, if you don't have one, you're basically late. in middle school. That's how it was back then. Oh, and by the way, I could confirm Brunner was bumping KanYe. You know, Brunner was the first one to drive out of all of us. I'm convinced of the whole school. Like he learned really young. So, I can't confirm he was bumping KanYe. But those shoes were popular, man.
And they're still popular, and then they've evolved. But I remember it was the version 1, the zebra that I've always wanted, and then also my buddy Isaac too. He's the one who kind of put me on like sneaker culture and stuff like that, and he had Jordan 5s on, and I remember it was the first time I had ever seen them in person, and I was like also like mesmerized by them, and he had like the white and red versions. So finally, and they came back to haunt me, the Yeezys, because in my senior year when I went to a new school, I had there was this dude in our math class, and he was like a little bit immature, but he was wearing the Yeezys that I always wanted. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen those in a long time, because everybody had like the Wave Runners or like maybe the Slides, but they came back to haunt me. And then finally, after 7 years, 7 years in the making, I finally got mine, and I loved them. And let me show you.
We're gonna go and whip them out here.
So I got the box. I bought them from Goat, which is an actual sneaker reselling authentic website. So they here they are. And I've loved these. These things are so comfortable. I had always known, because like when I was like, hearing about like all of KanYe's brand, they're like, yeah, he's big into like comfort clothes. He likes like double XL oversized hoodies. That's why he has the slides and everything, because he loves comfort. And these are like super comfortable.
Looks really nice. And I was about to say, there's this guy who I'm gonna name it, but Brunner, please bleep it. Guy named it starts with the right. Bleep that out, Brunner. It would always show off his fucking Yeezys, and it looked fake as hell, but he always said how comfortable they were. So I was like, okay, maybe they are real, because everybody would always say they're comfortable. So it's like, maybe they were fake, maybe they're like Crocs made type Yeezy, but he would always show it off. I'm sorry, I said it again. Yeah. So if you don't want to bleep that out, I'll blame you. But this dude would always show it off, and it's like, you're annoying, so don't do it.
Yeah, they are like super comfortable, and like, because I would wear them. I wear them to work, and like I like don't mind them at all. Like they are super comfortable. Like I could go like the whole day, and like I could put them on at 8 a.m. and then like take them off at 8 p.m. and like I wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta get these shoes off my feet. And I'm like, no, just slide them off.
Oh yeah, that's how I am, because I take 2 pairs of shoes to work now. Okay, I have like my comfortable shoes that I take to drive to work and drive back from work, and then I have my dress shoes that I wear from when I go in till I get out. And those dress shoes, fuck man, they hurt my toes a lot, and it's the worst. And it's nice. They're nice shoes and they're comfortable, but like when I take off my shoe, it's like, oh, I feel it, So I mean. Yeezys for the win. Imagine Yeezy dress shoes. Oh
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. But let me show you the Jordans real quick. So here's the box.
What'd you get?
That's the back of.
Woo! Yeah. Is it blue? I can't really tell from my screen. Colorblind.
Yeah, it's blue. It's
like a nice blue teal.
It's North Carolina blue from the college he went to. I was thinking about getting like a black and white one, but I'm like, you know what? The blue stands out, and these shoes are like very interesting looking, and I'm like, and if I would get interesting looking shoe, then white. I'm gonna get a color that stands out. So I got the blue.
That white in the front glows so beautifully. Look at that. Oh,
yeah. You know what? I think, because you said dress shoe, I love Jordan so much and they're so iconic. And I saw these dumb guys on the sneaker podcast, and because they're talking about replicas being out in the market, which because resellers will get like shoes like these, and then if something significant happens, then they'll 10 times the price of it. And so this guy's like, oh, well, he's like, sometimes people are wearing it just to be justified. And I'm like, no, I'm wearing it because these shoes look fucking badass. I love Michael Jordan, and these shoes are iconic. Like, if aliens came down to Earth and they're like, show us about your culture. And I'm like, okay, well, here's fashion. I'm not going to give them a fucking dress shoe. I'm going to give them one of a fucking Jordan 1 or a Jordan 5. I'm like, these shoes are fucking badass. Yeah, like,
they're going to get a dress shoe and be like, dude, you're trying to suffocate your toes here. Like, I just have to
go to war.
No, I agree. And plus, yeah, it has work culture. Do you have to wear a dress shoe or you wear a dress shoe?
It used to be like that for a while. And then like, I'm like, because I'm wearing what I would wear right now. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm wearing a polo shirt. And then I would wear dress pants, but I would like wear sneakers. And then nobody seemed to care. And then I'm not going to say who, but they're gone now. And then somebody complained, who wasn't even my boss, and not even a coworker of mine. And then they complained, and then they complained. And not only that, the funny thing too is like at my desk, I have a file cabinet where my feet are, so you couldn't even see my feet. So I don't know what the big deal about it was. And that person was only at the office for 2 hours while I was there. So I don't. And then like I started wearing like this sneakers more. Like I can wear this every day, and nobody's gonna say anything now. But that person is also gone.
Nice.
But if they had stayed, I would have filed a harassment loss. Like I would literally filed for harassment. Anyway, that's a story for another time. So I had fun on my birthday. Got the shoes. These have been 6 years in the making, especially this one right here.
Hell yeah.
And I've been wearing these every day. Love these things. So my question to you, Anthony, and to people out there, you comment on the Instagram, on our socials, whatever. What has been your most memorable, one of your favorite things you've gotten as a birthday gift?
As a birthday gift, that's a good question. You know, I've got some wild stuff before, but I think the greatest thing I've ever gotten was my birthday gift. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell because once I grew up, it's like, it was those classic Mexican clothes. You know what I mean? So it was like clothes more than shoes. I can't really say I had a cool one, but going back like as a kid, I remember I had this action figure. Two of them. It's two of them. So one of them was Batman, the Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and the Christian Bale Batman. Right? And it was like, I don't know why I was obsessed with taking off masks of superheroes. So, like, they managed to find this fucking toy where you could take off the mask and put them to, like, normal clothes. And, like, they found that for Batman. They found that for Spider-Man. So you could, like, take off his mask and you would see, like, a figure, Tobey Maguire. And then I had that for, like, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, and then, like, Batman and Ra's al Ghul. And fucking, like, that was a cool gift. And I would play with that a lot. I remember it was like really memorable. When I opened it up, I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, it's also hard too to say that because sometimes people just give me a Christmas gift and say it's my birthday and Christmas gift because my birthday's in December. So it'd have to be like kind of a mix of those. But not gonna say anything now, but future episode, Christmas episode, watch out. Boys are getting gifts. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a new job and I already have excited. I don't know. Let the boys be boys. That's gonna be the title of the Christmas episode. I have a lot of things to talk about. Which segue into my next topic, holidays. So kind of gonna give you an itinerary here of what I think we might do. I mean, let us know if you agree. I mean, we're just gonna keep it traditional, like I mentioned. The Halloween special I'm looking forward to that one. Because personally, this year has been good with horror movies. Bad with horror movies, you know, like good movies that we were like, okay, we didn't think it was going to be good. Some movies on Tubi, they're like, you'll never have heard of this, but we saw it by accident, and you're going to go watch it. And of course, the disgusting, horrible Hubie Halloween challenge. Will we do it? That's God, no. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather do something else. I'd rather like watch Barbie. than watch Hubie Halloween, I think. We're at that point. But the reason why I want to talk about Halloween is because I just saw Talk to Me. Recommended it to Brunner, and I feel like everyone on YouTube who is a YouTuber should go watch Talk to Me. Just because if you don't know, you will know who Rocka Rocka is. And they're the people who made the Ronald McDonald videos, the crazy. You've probably seen their videos one way or another. Nerf videos. And those two twin brothers are actually the ones that directed this movie. This was their first jump from YouTube to Hollywood. And wow, if you're a fan of Rocka Rocka and you didn't know, go watch this film. You'll definitely tell that it is their work. It has like their sense of fucked up humor and like fucked up gore where it translates well to Hollywood, and they make not like a forced story where it's like, oh, we live in a modern day world and it's TikTok this, you're gonna get canceled, bro. Like it lives in a real world where it makes sense and something like that would happen, and it's just a great film. I don't want to spoil it too much because I really want Britta to watch it. But the reason I'm talking about this is because at least since and I hate to bash this theater because it's always been good to me, but in Sticky Forest Cinemark, it was this like they only had 2 showings, and both showings were sold out. And it just sucks because it's like there's a bunch of like Meg. Who's gonna watch Meg? Like there's movies like that have multiple showings, and Talk to Me only had 2. I thought it was a little disrespectful, and Alamo had more. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna go rewatch it again, it's gonna be in the Alamo. And so I thought it was a little fucked up, but I'm thinking it's an Australian film coming to the US. Is it going to really translate well? So that kind of threw me off. So I guess my question to people is, do you have a movie out there that's like from the UK that could not be well known, but you know it, and people should go out and watch it? Definitely let us know, because Talk to Me made me realize that happens a lot. I mean, Shaun of the Dead is more popular in the UK, right? I mean, you've heard of that movie right there. I mean, Talk to Me is I don't know if I should say this. I'm gonna save it for the Halloween video, the top 10 list of this year of horror movies. But it's definitely there. I could spoil it. It's definitely there with Evil Dead. I think I might go with Bruner to see it. In fact, let's plan it out, Bruner. Let's go watch it together, because great film. I think this is a film that will get Bruner scared, which I'm hoping for. I know I'm just gonna sound like an idiot. Yes. Oh, I don't know, but go watch it, and go watch Rock Rocker. Shout out Rock Rocker. I've been watching since I was little, so I'm pretty humble to go. Oh yeah, and I have a little funny story. So I was scared, and I was straight up honest. I was scared, and my girlfriend is the reason why we went to watch it, because she forced me. She saw the trailer when it first came out, and she was like, "Let's go watch it." So I'm like, fine. I took her to see Oppenheimer. So it's like, all right. I kind of were. So I go, and it's like scary. I'm not enjoying it. So I'm like, I'm going to go take a phone call. Like, I actually had to take a phone call. And I went to go use the restroom. And another guy, like, followed me. And, like, he looked at me, and then, like, he started laughing. And then I started laughing. And he was like, I don't know how my wife keeps dragging me into these horror movies. And I told him the same. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I keep falling for it. So, like, me and him were just chilling. And we're like, how much time is left? And we're like, 30 minutes. Okay. And we went back inside. We went in through like the worst time ever, but our theater was packed, and the crowd reactions were like so into it. Like everyone's like, "Oh shit, here we go," and like, "Oh shit," like, you know what I mean? Great theater, no talking kids, thank God. And I mean, just go watch it, non-spoiler review. Like, what would I give it? I think I'd give it like, honestly, a solid 8.9 out of 10. Almost a 9. Yep. 8.9 out of 10.
Do you think it's better than Barbarian?
9. Better than Barbarian? Did Barbarian come out this year?
It came out last year. But no, Barbarian, like, better. That movie was again a guy who it was his first time directing anything ever. Just like Talk to Me.
I think Barbarian was better, but I think both movies were great. Like, they were like, okay, like, you could watch both these movies and have a great time. That's what I think. But if I would have to think, like, which one did I like, which one I got more scared to Talk to Me, I think. Barbarian had a little bit of a better like twist.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's hard to tell, but both movies are great. I would have to say Barbarian, but for this year, since our Halloween list is going to be movies of this year, I would have to say Talk to Me would be better. Like the real question you would have asked me, and I would have struggled is Evil Dead or
Evil Dead.
This one.
Or Evil Dead Rise.
That's a good one. Evil Dead Rise, yes, Evil Dead Rise, and I think it's this movie's better than Evil Dead Rise. Just a little bit. That's my thoughts on it. I definitely want to see. Oh my god! If this gets Brunner scared, this would be a huge win for the community of the game chat.
Yeah.
How about this? If this scares Brunner, can Brunner try the bomb sauce? By the way, I still have the fucking devil thing. I don't know why I still have it. I should get rid of it before someone eats it. I feel like I could do it again.
You're chained up in like barbed wire and like do not open.
No, I feel like I could do it again. I know what to do now. I'm gonna pre-toss it, but I'm not gonna put extra like you fuckers made me do.
Yeah, because we're like,
I don't know.
Hey,
that's probably...
we said we're like, hey, like we wanted you to like do it on camera, and you're like, oh, we already did it, I already mixed it up, and I'm like, well, people aren't gonna believe you, so you gotta do it again.
All right, fine. So I'm gonna just get a plain one, put a little bit, and then try it. And I feel like that'd be good. And I'm gonna have a milkshake here. So give us a goal, Brunner. Give us a goal, or we can just
give us a goal. I don't know. I don't want to give us. I want to give a goal, but I do want to say, because don't cancel us. We get to talk about A24 because they have agreed to SAG-AFTRA and the Actors Guild. So don't cancel us.
No.
SAG-AFTRA, let us in. But I think we are allowed to talk about just like our general thoughts and opinions. And I will also highly encourage Anthony, not promoting the film because don't cancel us. But it's $1 billion movie. Anthony, I think you would enjoy the Barbie film, not promoting. I think I've known Anthony for a long time, for years. I think you would enjoy this film. I enjoyed this film. I saw both. I've completed the Barbenheimer challenge. I saw both. And I honestly have to say, I would see Barbie again. Like, I think Barbie won. Because Oppenheimer's fresh out of my mind because I saw it like 2 days ago. I enjoyed the film. I think it was really good. Not saying like the acting was bad. I think everybody did a good job. Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I just think like it kind of like the story was like a little off. Like the script was a little off. Like the performances were there, but I'm like, I think like you could have taken this out. I think you could have taken this out.
Yeah, it did feel like towards like the, I don't know,
like once
the last 30 minutes,
once the bomb dropped, like it kind of like went a little bit.
It should have wrapped up from there. Honestly, once the bomb dropped, it should have been like over. Like it should have been, it dropped and then like maybe like another 30 minutes and then that's it. Then it would have been good. But I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little challenge where we don't have to do this. We could spin a wheel, right? For Barbie, but talk to me. Straight up, if it lands a Barbie, I'll go watch it with you. Straight up, but it has to be right here, right now on the wheel.
I won't talk about my Barbie experience because I saw it very much Ken fashion. I saw it by myself. And like my experience going there, the theater like was packed, and that like I was the only guy that I do remember there was one guy there by himself, and oh my god, we'll get into that later. But everybody else was there. It was either like women there with their friends or women there with their boyfriends. Like everybody was either like a trio, like 4 people or 2 people. But I was the only person there by myself, not wearing pink. And
not wearing pink.
I was wearing I was wearing all black I had my black, I had my black X-Men shirt on. I had a black Gambit shirt on. I was wearing black jeans, and I had white and black sneakers. And I went to go see Barbie, which is all pink. And I enjoyed my time. I think Ryan Gosling killed it. Um, I think like everybody who's in the in the movie killed it. Like, let's do basketball terms, which Anthony still won't understand. When when you have your team play, sometimes like the starters will do a good job and like the bench doesn't do anything, or sometimes like the stars won't show up and like you have to rely on your bench. But everybody in this film, like all the starters, all the bench, everybody did their job. Everybody had their role, and they killed it. And the soundtrack was good. And then this is now post Lizzo, which is funny. But I liked. I think the Lizzo song was good. I think the Dua Lipa song was good. I think Ryan Gosling. Give him. He's gonna have some fun. He's gonna have some tough competition, competing with Jack Black for Peaches, Peaches, Peaches. But I think I'm just Ken might take it. It was a very good movie. Like I definitely see like like it didn't get caught up in the meme. You're like, oh well, it's all a good movie because of the the whole meme, the Barbenheimer meme.
So would you buy it in DVD?
Yeah, I would buy.
I've seen The Big Short. I was telling Brunner that I'm a big fan of Ryan Gosling in The Big Short. So I'm going to see it just because of that. Probably after this recording, we'll probably look at short times. We'll definitely get an update on that. Sorry about Elite not being here. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Brunner? I'm sorry. Before we...
Yes. Let's get into it. Let's do a quick video games. I am upset. This morning, woke up, found out that Rockstar has announced that they will be coming out with a port edition of Red Dead Redemption to PlayStation 4/5 and Nintendo Switch. Don't understand why. Let me go do a quick background. Let me catch you up for those who don't know. It had been leaked that in Korea there was a ratings board, and they had recently put out that they had rated a game from Rockstar Games titled Red Dead Redemption as rated M for mature. So a lot of people thought, okay, let's put the clues together. Maybe they're coming out with the remastered version. It's been 10 years since the first one had come out. It's been 5 years since Red Dead Redemption 2 has come out. They have access to the new engine. And up until, I think it's the 17th, August 17th, or September 17th, I'll put it on screen. But if you wanted to play Red Dead Redemption right now is recording, which is August 7th. If you want to play over right now, you would have to load up your PlayStation 3. That was the only way you could play Red Dead Redemption 1 on a PlayStation console. It used to be on PlayStation Now, which is their cloud streaming, but they removed it. So, okay, let's put the pieces together. It's not available on PlayStation. There's no PC port. It's been 10 years since the game has come out. It makes sense. Let's do a remastered version. Let's get the sour taste of Grand Theft Auto remaster out of the consumer's mouth, and let's do a good Red Dead Redemption 1. No. Which I don't understand why, because I know, especially me, maybe you for sure, will pay $60 for Red Dead Redemption 1 on the Red Dead Redemption 2 engine. Because again, game, iconic, ahead of its time, simple, elegant, like amazing story, amazing characters, amazing side characters, like world is so big, makes you really feel like a cowboy. And I just don't understand why Rockstar would do this. Because apparently I see why one of the founders left recently to start his own company, because Rockstar Games is forcing people to drink the stupid juice. Because, this doesn't make sense. Because if I was at Rockstar, I would say, okay, let's make a Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster, because we're going to charge $60 for it. I'm like, tools are there. The new character models are there for John. and Abigail, this and that and everything. And then the world is there. The world is done.
No, yeah, and then I agree that, if you guys ever played the new San Andreas, GTA 3, and the other ones, it's terrible. And it's like, they had the wheel weapon, sure, but other than that, it really took off a lot of the features that were in the original game. So, I mean, like Bruder said, I agree. And the worst part is that they take it out of the store, so it's like you can't even buy it. But you know what? What I would have wanted to see is like a Red Dead 2 remastered. I'm sorry, Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare with the bundle of Red Dead 1 campaign remastered. If they would have just done that as a bundle, I would have paid $80, damn near $80 to fucking buy those two games. But I mean, Rockstar, like Bruce said, is going nowhere in my opinion. I think they're just gonna milk out the shark cards of GTA like they always do, and they already took out the cars in the lobby. So what's next, Rockstar? What's next? GTA 6 system? Or I don't know. They totally gave up on Red Dead 2 multiplayer, which drives me insane. So terrible. Yeah, Rockstar's terrible right now.
Yeah. Maybe if Red Dead 2 was, like more profitable, like GTA 5 online, then they would have probably at least we would have gotten a Series XS next gen console update at least. But I mean, I just don't see why Rockstar wouldn't want to do a remaster, because I mean, it would make sense to charge the consumer $60 because you're getting the remaster of a game, that's awesome, a game you spent hours on. And not only that, now that, you've got to win with this potential remaster, you could go back, and if you want to do Max Payne, LA Noire, or Bully for a remaster, people would pay, because we know,
for sure.
Hey, if this was as good as the Red Dead Redemption remaster, then I would absolutely, give you $69.99, however much you want to charge for the remaster.
I paid $80 for it. For a Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare and a Red Dead 1 remastered. Like in a bundle, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. I would definitely. Do you think it would be, I mean, it would have to be Arthur, right?
For Red Dead 2, yes.
As a Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare.
We already have a John Undead Nightmare, so it'd be like, you know what I mean? Like a what if, like how John was a what if. And then the Red Dead 1 would only be the campaign. No multiplayer, but just the campaign. Remastered.
Yeah, I would like to see, because they did zombies and Bigfoot and this and that. If they were to do a Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare, I would like to see like vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, that'd be cool
as well.
Something new. And Rockstar usually always does some. Well, they used to when they were creative. They usually do something pretty cool like that. So I mean, man can only dream, but it's like each time like it gets closer, you just think, well, I mean, if they're working on GTA 6, they're probably not working on this. And if they are, they're not going to full ass this. Their full attention is going to be GTA 6 if it's even existing. And if they are making a Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare, it's going to be like one of the third parties that make it. And I can already tell it's going to be like a San Andreas remaster. You know what I mean? That's literally what we're going to get. I'm crying.
You know what? I also don't want to be, I got negative on the mind. I don't think Madden 24 is going to be good. Madden 24 24. I was thinking. I don't think Madden 24 is going to be good. I think it's going to be same old.
New soundtrack.
Madden. And not only that, like all the new stuff they're introducing, like just be like some glitches. Like when they did that new story mode or whatever, like a bunch of clips loaded online of whatever, like the building, like you'd be on the field and the buildings on the field.
Remember the yard when you couldn't see the thing, the field?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with her. I don't think it's gonna be good. But there we are. You know what I mean? There we are. But this year should be fun. We were gonna do Madden as well, but we are gonna hop over to 2K. Join Brunner in the 2K side.
Yes.
So it should be cool. We have that balance. Madden 24 comes out, and also Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes out too. So that'll be a little bidding more. Let's see what people play. If there's a lot of bugs in Texas Chainsaw, I'm just gonna hop over to Madden because I'm already used to Madden bugs. And it's also best to get Madden a couple days when it released, because when you buy Madden day one, you're gonna have bugs day one. So fucking yay every year, but here we are. Insert Ghost Rider signing a fucking contract.
Oh, that'll do just fine.
Also, we might have a surprise episode coming out. Don't want to reveal. We might have another one too, if we can get if all the stars come on. But I'm gonna end off on a personal story. I'm gonna say my favorite thing I got as a birthday gift, or at least I can remember. It was, even though it sounds weird, but I love it. When I think it was like my 14th birthday, my dad, he got me the whole DVD collection. They didn't have Blu-ray at the time, and like that in was it 2015? They didn't have that on Blu-ray at the time, but it was the whole 9 or 10 seasons of the TV show Smallville. And if you don't know what Smallville is, it's a show about Superman, not him being Superman, but him growing up to be Superman. And I love that show. And then I told my dad, I'm like, I love the shows. Because I think my brother, he had gotten allegedly a copy of it, a certain copy of it by some means. I think a burglar broke into our house and put an illegal copy of my brother's PlayStation 3 of the first season. And I would watch it with my brother. And I told my dad, I'm like, oh, I want the whole thing. And then, like, I didn't know how to internet at the time. So my dad's like, oh, I'll buy you the whole box set. And then we went to, I think it was like an actual retail store of like an online website. I think it was like tigerdirect.com or something. And they had a little physical store like here in where I live. And then so we went there and they had it. And I think like Best Buy had it like on sale at the time. And I think we, I don't know how, but we got it like somehow cheaper than it was, because I think it was like $39.99 for like one season. But like we somehow convinced them it was like $20.99 for like one season. And they did it, and we got like the whole thing for like $200, the whole set. And then I would always watch it. Like I would come home, do my homework, eat, watch Smallville, and then play Skyrim till I went to bed, and then woke up, put on Smallville in the 360, watched that, then jumped in the shower, went to school, and then I did that for like 4 months straight. And I had no idea what was going on with them, because all I did was watch a show that aired in like 2001, and then play that game.
No, yeah, and I'm honestly thinking about doing the same with like other shows too, because I have a movie collection. I just bought the Christopher Nolan bundle. I got hold on. Oh, sorry, that fucking FedEx truck this year. I'm expecting a package. I got all the Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight back, which is Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Tenet, and Dunkirk for $20. Right, but now I guess they messed up. They goofed up. I just checked again in their system. It's $60 right now. So they changed the price. So I got a good deal on it. And I was able to upload it on my phone. So you best believe I saw Inception for the first time. Pretty good. I was confused, but I'm like, it's pretty good. So no, yeah, like I get you. I need to buy a TV show, probably like The Office. They have $100 version of all the seasons of The Office. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that especially comes in handy, because it's like, oh, like, why do I need this? And like, why do I need, physical ones, when I have streaming? Was like, I'm like, even like the streaming one, like the physical one is more, the images are more clear, more better. Yeah. In streaming, well, it depends on bitrate and this and that. Because I've seen videos where guys like, oh, I bought it on Movies Anywhere, I bought it on Apple, I bought it on iTunes or Apple TV, and then here's the physical Blu-ray version. Blu-ray always wins, and especially, that was true, early pandemic, when like everybody was at home and everybody was using the internet, like the whole internet was slow. And it's like, oh yeah, this is the time when you bust up the DVDs because the internet's going slow and you can, all the picture quality is terrible. So definitely, and there's also the behind the scenes because sometimes like a lot of that stuff doesn't get uploaded online or to YouTube.
Yeah,
and director's commentary too. I love director's commentary. I remember, like I haven't found it. Like you can't like pull that up on YouTube. But I remember like watching the whole Nacho Libre with director's commentary on. And like they putting the thing on like with eating like Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
Like they were eating Taco Bell while they were like,
what were we
doing it, which was funny. While they were watching the movie. And then I remember one time, like they were talking about like Jack Black said like the girl plays Encarnacion. He's like, I remember she always wanted me to eat street meat, like meat on the vendors. She'd be like, here, this. He's like, no, I'm okay. And then, one of the producers on it, the guy who plays Ned Schneebly, the original Ned Schneebly, Mike White from School of Rock. I didn't know this, but he was in the background of the final fight when Nacho leaks out the ring to Ramses. Yeah, he's in the background. And then he said that he's like, I was there and I was chanting School of Rock in the background.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I've never found that. This is why you gotta have
exactly.
Meets.
You guys should get stuff like that.
Okay. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. Check out the socials, Instagram at Game Chat, TikTok, Renable at Game Chat Pop. Also leave a comment, your favorite birthday gift. We might share it. We'll share it on the show. Comment down. But that's it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
See you later.